Oasis Audio presents I Can Only Imagine by Bart Millard, read for you by the author. Author's Note: MercyMe, a movie and memoir. Having your life made into a movie is a surreal experience. When the film I Can Only Imagine went into production, I quickly learned what an incredible challenge it is to compress a person's life story into less than 2 hours of screen time. And because movies are so expensive to produce and market, add to that time crunch and intense pressure to make every minute engaging and entertaining for the audience. As I said, it's an incredible challenge. Storytelling in film is most certainly an art form. Every second counts, literally. After shooting countless hours of footage on location, the very first cut of the film was around 6 hours long. The directors began by editing the scenes into chronological order in order to tell the story. But because no one had signed on to produce a lengthy TV series docudrama, more than 4 hours, about 2/3 of the footage fell to the cutting room floor, as they say. Years had to be edited down to a 5-minute composite. A series of events had to be accurately depicted by a single scene. This, I learned, is why you sometimes hear of a certain actor being cast in a movie and then find out later he or she was edited out or the vast majority of the actor's scenes were deleted. Given these constraints, the filmmakers did an incredible job of not only producing an amazing movie, but also telling my story with authenticity and integrity. Dennis Quaid, the legendary actor who has played a myriad of characters on screen over the years, played my dad. He really helped me understand why and how to draw the line between the reality of my life and the movie about my life. I'm forever grateful to Dennis for the time we spent talking about my relationship with my dad between takes. So when the opportunity to write my memoir came up in connection with the film, I was really excited to have the opportunity to tell some of the details that couldn't make it into the movie. The filmmakers were locked into an industry time frame, but within these pages, we don't have to be. Now I get to share more about the amazing people who are such a vital part of my story. I pray you enjoy reading about the roller coaster ride of my life. But more than anything, I pray that through this book you will come to know or know more intimately the God who offers us a life that is more than we could ever ask for or imagine. Ephesians 3:20. Introduction. How great is your love? My heart is steadfast of God, and I will sing, with all my heart and soul, music for the King. MercyMe, How Great Is Your Love, from Almost There, 2001. I was standing just off stage at the iconic Ryman Auditorium, Nashville's mother church of country music, listening to an incredible band play the intro to my song. The grin on my face was quite literally ear to ear. This was, without a doubt, the single greatest moment of my professional life. All the countless nights I had lain awake envisioning better days and a brighter future, and now this reality I was experiencing outdid them all. I was frightened but ecstatic, nervous yet peaceful, proud while humbled. For the first time ever in my life, reality was outrunning my imagination. And then, just when I thought it couldn't get any better, the crowned queen of Christian pop, Amy Grant, who had been my absolute hero and guiding light from the 7th grade on, stepped up to the microphone. In her angelic, soothing style, she sang the words, "I can only imagine what it will be like." I soaked in the moment, every word and every note. As Amy was finishing the first chorus, it was my cue. Just as we had planned, I stepped out onto the stage, into the spotlight, and into a surreal moment. I walked to the mic, stared out into the sea of faces, drew in the deepest breath I think I've ever taken, and sang, "I can only imagine when that day comes." As I ended the verse and went into the chorus, Amy joined me along with her husband, Vince Gill, the legendary country music superstar. And then some sort of holy convergence occurred. The crowd gathered there at the Ryman seemed to fade away, and I began to sing for an audience of only 2. I envisioned my dad watching, smiling, taking in all that he had prayed for and believed for me, while my Heavenly Father was also watching, smiling, accepting my offering of giving him the glory he so richly deserved. The acoustics in that hall are like nowhere else in the world, but there was something much bigger happening, something sacred. In this historic sanctuary, once called the Union Gospel Tabernacle, the Reverend Sam Jones used to stand Sunday after Sunday to preach about heaven. Now I stood beside Amy Grant on that legendary stage, singing about the day when we will see Jesus face to face. It was an amazing and intimate time of worship as I reflected on all God had done and brought me through to lead me to this moment. As the crescendo of the last chorus cascaded down over us all and the final chord faded, people applauded and cheered. Amy
Sample complete. Ready to continue?